This is Jerry with Jerry's Retirement Wisdom. We've been to the Dollar Tree and I found about a dozen items with which we can make some hacks, including how we can make a catfish bobber out of a wooden block. Also, if you stick around to the end, I used the $1.25 paint roller set from the Dollar Tree to make this aid that will help me when I load a fishing reel, and that'll set us up for next week's video where we're going to talk about how to put line on a new fishing reel. Why don't you come along?
Hack number 1.
I found this at the Dollar Tree. It's a wooden block. They were $1.25, and after closer examination I realized this isn't a solid wooden block. This block's been made out of pieces, so it's hollow. So my idea is I'm going to drill a hole in this block and I'm going to screw in an eye bolt. And now what I have is a big old bobber made out of wood that'll be great for catfishing or anything else like that. And there you have it. I've added an eye bolt and painted up my block of wood, and that's going to make a nice catfish bobber because it's hollow and it'll float. $1.25 at the Dollar Tree.
Hack number 2.
I showed you earlier in the video how we could use these pink Q-tips and an Easter egg and make a slip bobber. Sometimes there's not always Easter eggs around depending on the time of the year, but you can always find table tennis balls. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these table tennis balls, and on each end I'm going to drill a hole. Go opposite side, drill another hole. Now we get out one of our Q-tips, and all we're going to do with this is like we did before. We're going to clip off the ends. We're going to run our shaft through the tennis ball, and we'll just poke it out the other side. Now we take our super glue and we'll just put a drop on each end, and that's going to hold it in place. And we'll just give it a drop here on this end. It's going to help seal out the water as well. Now we've got our plastic shaft super glued in our tennis ball. Now what we've got is a floating bobber, and all we had to do to make it is use some of these rose colored Q-tips from the Dollar Tree, and for $1.25 you can get 6 table tennis balls. Easy hack.
Hack number 3.
I found these at the Dollar Tree. They're called claw clips, and I think I have a good use for these. You just pull them off of here. I don't like carrying a rod around when it's got a sinker attached to it and it's just shaking out there, because that sinker bangs into your rod and that can cause micro fractures and eventually weaken your rod to the point it breaks. So I think what I can do is I can use one of these claw clips and I can fix my sinker in place and clip that around my line and clip it to my pole. And then as my pole shakes, that doesn't bang into my pole, causes fractures that'll weaken my pole. And you get 3 of them for $1.25. Easy hack at the Dollar Tree.
Hack number 4.
I'm often looking for a way to add some flair to my baits, and I ran across these at the Dollar Tree. They're highlighter pens, but they're not just any highlighter pen. They're called liquid highlighter, and basically you can paint highlights. And what I like to do is I like to jazz up a bait by adding some highlights, and with this you can make this bait more red using this liquid, and it's going to dry if I want to. I can add some orange to the back end here of my bait. Maybe that belly needs to have a little more orange like a sunfish. And when this dries, it won't come off. It's a permanent ink, but it paints on more like a paint than a marker. These come 3 to a pack for $1.25, and they're called liquid highlighters. Easy hack from the Dollar Tree.
Hack number 5.
You see me use different hair clips to cover the treble hooks on a lure when it's attached to my pole. I ran across these. These are called multi-purpose clips, power clips, and they're supposedly used for things like potato chip bags and plastic bags and whatnot. But when I saw them, I thought, oh, those could work just great. Like I've used hair clasps in the past to protect myself from those treble hooks. And they got a nice spring action to them, so you can pop them right off when you're ready to fish. And they go on and off easily. So for $1.25, power clips. They might protect your fingers from those treble hooks.
Hack number 6.
I've shown this hack before, and what you can do is you can take nail polish and you can polish a jig head to change its color or brighten it up. But the reason I brought it up again is these are new. These are called Color Vibe Gel Nail Polish. And the reason I like these, they come in these fluorescent colors, and they really cover much better than the previous nail polishes that I've tried. So even this dull lead weight picks up that color pretty well. You want to change the color of one of these jig heads. The pre-painted ones, they take this finish even better. So, Color Vibe Gel Fingernail Polish, $1.25 from the Dollar Tree, and it really works great on those jigs. Easy hack.
Hack number 7.
I saw this container at the Dollar Tree. It's a bucket. I think it's there for Valentine's Day. But what intrigued me about it is it has this press-on lid, and the lid actually has a rubber gasket. So if you're wanting to put fishing worms or something like that in here, you're going to have a nice waterproof, airtight container, and that's going to be the perfect size for carrying a little bait on your bank fishing excursion or any other item that you might want to keep dry, because it has a sealing lid. Easy hack from the Dollar Tree, $1.25.
Hack number 8.
I'm always looking for something to carry in the boat to cut braided line, because the nippers just don't seem to make a clean cut. So what I found is we now have these small cutter knives, 3 to a pack. And basically they're a razor blade knife, and they're light and compact. So if you had one of these and you just carry it in your tackle box, when you're cutting that braided line and you want a nice clean cut, this is the way to go. You can cut right up against the lure and they're going to make a nice cut. And there's 3 to a pack, so when one gets dull, you've got 2 more in reserve. But I thought for $1.25, nice hack for cutting braid.
Hack number 9.
This isn't necessarily a hack, but it's some information that you really need to know. The Dollar Tree carries this liquid skin. So you can take this liquid skin if you've got a wound when you're out fishing, and how many times have we poked ourselves with a lure or something, and you can just squeeze this liquid skin onto your finger or wherever you have your wound and let that dry, and that'll seal out any kind of river water, lake water contaminants until you can get back to where you can clean and properly take care of your wound. It's 100% waterproof, it's quick dry, it really doesn't sting to apply it, and it seals and protects. So for those hook pokes and little scratches and dings you get on the boat or out fishing on the bank, a little bit of liquid skin in your tackle box would be a good idea. From a Dollar Tree, $1.25.
Hack number 10.
I was looking around the back to school section and I found this permanent marker at the Dollar Tree. And this is a jumbo, man. This is a big one. Okay. Well, Whenever I use spinner baits, I almost always like to add a grub tail to my spinner baits. So if I want to add a little extra flash, I can just use this jumbo marker and I can paint up that grub tail so it looks a little more pink, a little more red, and that's going to really help bring the fish in. And it's big and handy, so it can be used for a lot of things. It's a Jot brand permanent marker, but it's jumbo size, and it's going to work out great. There you go. Big jumbo permanent marker. It's only $1.25 from the Dollar Tree. Easy hack.
Hack number 11.
This is a hack that's totally free. If you get any kind of medicine in these bottles, these are nice sized bottles, and all you have to do is when you're done using them, they're great for holding things like jigs, hooks, sinkers, those sorts of things. And they're free once you're done with your prescription. And a lot of them come with a desiccant packet, and that'll keep your hooks from rusting. So 2 for 1. Free hack. Pill bottle.
Hack number 12.
Okay, in this last hack, I picked up a $1.25 paint tray and roller at the Dollar Tree. So we got a roller here, a couple foam brushes. It even comes with a glove. So what we're really after is the roller, these foam pieces, and these paint brushes. My idea with this one is we're going to drill a hole right here in the end of this handle. Okay, I'm going to starter mark. Then what we want to do is take our hole up to 1/8. So now we've got our hole drilled in our handle, and we've got this piece of foam roller that normally would just go in here when you're painting. What we're going to do with this is we're going to cut that at about 1 inch or so. Pull that back. There's a piece of black plastic in here. We're just going to use a regular hacksaw to hold that foam back. We're just going to saw off that little piece of plastic. Got a piece of plastic sawed off. We're going to shove that onto our handle. We're going to take our spool of line and put it on the foam piece. And you notice that black plastic can go right inside that hole in our spool. And then on the outside here, instead of worrying about a piece of this, we're just going to take a piece of that foam paintbrush like this that came with our kit, stick it over the end, put on a small flat washer, and I found myself a cotter pin, and we're just going to stick that through the hole that we made in the handle. We don't even need, I don't think, to spread that cotter pin. We'll just put it in there, and where it opens up wider, it kind of holds itself. Then what we can do is when we go to feed our line onto our pole, that's going to hold our line spool upright. That foam is going to keep it from overspinning and loosening. And with the aid of a helper, we can load up our reel. So, $1.25 paint roller kit from the Dollar Tree and a few odds and ends. And I've got a nice device here for loading line onto my reel.
Jerry's Retirement Wisdom.
This has been Jerry with Jerry's Retirement Wisdom. I hope you like the hacks that we put together today. If you like my videos, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. If you'd like to see some more of my videos, just click right there. We'll see you next time.